How does the name Ivanka Trump make you feel? Perhaps it's a picture of a supermodel, a successful entrepreneur, or even the daughter of a previous president of the United States. Imagine, though, if I were to tell you that Ivanka has a darker side that could lead you to believe that she is among the most indecent women on the planet. If you stick around till the end of the film, I'll tell you why Ivanka Trump is a controversial figure and how she defies expectations in ways you wouldn't expect. Listen up, this viewpoint is one you won't want to miss. First, we'll talk about the word indecent. Most people undoubtedly picture outrageous or scandalous behavior when they hear it. When applied to Ivanka, however, the term indecent refers less to her poor behavior and more to the ways in which she disobeys social norms regarding women, power, and privilege. Throughout her career, Ivanka has been a talking point, and not necessarily in a good manner. She overcomes societal expectations that women like her remain in the background while navigating a world that values ambition and status. Contrary to popular belief, Ivanka is far from ordinary, and her rise to fame is replete with events that test our assumptions about family lineage, power, and success. Ivanka was prepared for a life of prominence from an early age. She grew up in an opulent and powerful environment, being the daughter of Donald Trump. Ivanka, though, did not do nothing while life unfolded, rather she forged ahead, charting her own course. She entered the corporate sector and worked her way up to senior position at the Trump Organization before launching her own clothing line. As she progressed, she envisioned herself as a strong, independent woman in a male-dominated field. She was meant to be the epitome of poise, beauty, and prosperity. But here's the rub: Ivanka isn't uniformly that way. The fact that Ivanka has used the advantages that come with being born into a prominent family to her advantage in her profession and public life is one of the most indecent things about her. Her connections paved the way for her to become powerful. Connections that the average person would never aspire to have. Ivanka, however, has never expressed regret for the favor. On the contrary, she has made good use of it. It was unnecessary for Ivanka to put in more effort or prove herself more than men in a society where that is frequently said. She merely arrived with the correct appearance, the correct network, and the correct name. And by doing so, she disproved several long-held assumptions about women's roles in business. However, Ivanka's ascent to power was far from over. She wasn't content to remain in the shadow of her father. Ivanka Trump positioned herself as one of Donald Trump's closest advisors when he became president, even though it was obviously a conflict of interest. During her time in the White House, she became an influential voice on economic and workforce policy. Things are about to get interesting now. Ivanka was seen by many as entering a culture that required women to take a back seat. Rather than that, she chose to be the star. She clearly had a gift for navigating power systems. She became deeply involved in her father's administration, despite the many scandals that dogged it. She was more than simply the daughter; she contributed actively. This fact alone casts doubt on the traditional responsibilities traditionally assigned to women in the realms of politics and business. However, there has been some debate around Ivanka's path. People have accused her of being hypocritical, particularly regarding her political stance and brand. While promoting herself, she has taken a stand for gender equality and female entrepreneurship, positioning herself as an advocate for women's empowerment. However, it appears that her participation in her father's administration, which has been heavily criticized for its handling of minorities and women, contradicts that message. Opponents of Ivanka Trump contend that the reality of women's and marginalized communities' plights are ignored as she pursues professional success via her indecent privilege. So you're saying you care about women's rights, but you're endorsing policies that supposedly hurt them. How come? The charges of immoral activities, such as her fashion line's use of cheap labor and dubious dealings with foreign governments, have tarnished Ivanka's position in her father's economic empire. Many feel that Ivanka's businesses were created on the backs of those who are less fortunate than her. Another reason she is considered indecent by some is that she keeps endorsing a brand that uses such dubious methods. It's less about her breaking the law and more about how she takes advantage of her status to ignore the potential consequences of her conduct. Let us now discuss Ivanka's reputation in the public eye. Beautiful, stylish, and self-assured, she is frequently depicted as the ideal lady. She may appear polished on the outside, but she is a master manipulator who knows just what to do to go up the corporate ladder. From leveraging her family name to secure lucrative business deals to skillfully navigating the complex political landscape of Washington, Ivanka has carved up a reputation for herself by doing things her own way. Given this, she has the admiration of some. Some call it an indecent use of her power that allows her to avoid the problems that the majority of people, including women, encounter. A complex aspect of her biography is that she does not have to endure the same struggles as others in order to reach the top. Ivanka is a woman who is always being watched, though. There will always be someone eager to point out her flaws in judgment, no matter what she does. Some think she's no different from any other spoiled brat who uses her family's connections to advance her own career. In the eyes of many, she is an exemplary strong woman who has carved out a successful niche for herself in a male-dominated field. The reality? Neither is completely true of Ivanka. A combination of her privileged background, strategic thinking, and the capacity to seize opportunities that most people could only dream of has propelled her into the realm of power and influence. If you ask me, she is among the most indecent ladies on the planet in that regard. Hopefully, after watching this video, you will have a better grasp of Ivanka Trump, her persona, her impact, and the contentious nature of her narrative. She defies expectations and skillfully navigates authority, even while her behavior doesn't conform to conventional standards of indecent conduct. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you love this video and are interested in learning more about the lives of strong, boundary-pushing women.